If you're in a healthy relationship, can you tell me about it?
Hey Brittany, I have a stitch for you. I am currently in a healthy relationship with a man, and you asked for stitches. I thought I would tell you my story. I met my boyfriend in April of last year on OkCupid, of all places. And basically, me joining OkCupid in 2023 was basically my last ditch effort because I was so tired of the dating app thing, and I had a pretty brutal breakup 6 months prior to that, and I spent 6 months moping and like healing, and I just decided I was ready to get back out there and just see how it went. But here's the thing. I decided that this go around I wanted to be completely 1000% myself on my profile. And for me, that meant including the fact that I am autistic on my dating profile. I had never actually put that on my dating profile before. I had put on my dating profile before that I was neurodivergent, which that's okay, but it wasn't the full truth. It's not like I was lying, but it was almost like I was hiding behind that phrase because it felt like a softer, easier to digest version of what I am. And so this time I just said, screw it. I'm just gonna say that I'm autistic on my dating profile because if that's an issue for anybody, like I would rather get that out of the way as soon as possible. Just weed out all the people who would have an issue with that. That's what I did. And I got good responses. For the most part, they were good. I still had people, especially men, messaging me without having ever read my profile. That's online dating for you. But one of the people that messaged me was my current boyfriend. And after we started talking on OkCupid, we talked for 2.5 months before we ever met. Is that usual? No. No, it's not. Honestly, to this day, I'm a little like baffled that he didn't lose interest by the end of those 2.5 months. But he was so patient with me. And I found that intriguing because, I'm demisexual. I need a lot of time to get to know people before I figure out that I'm interested in them. And like, I had that on my profile too. Yeah, I did. So yeah, he was cool with that, and we just got to know each other and talked in the talking phase for 2.5 months, and then I just really liked this person I was getting to know. I had a really good feeling about him just from his profile, but like, you never know. So I just wanted to be careful. I wanted to suss him out. I wanted to see who he really was just through conversation and getting to know him that way. And we had our first date in July of last year, and I knew immediately that I was obsessed with him. And also, I was so into him, like, right away. Because that's what autistic brains do. We obsess over things, okay? But here's the thing. He is very secure. He's a very secure person. He's also a Taurus, so, earth sign. He takes his time and he doesn't rush into things, which I think was very good for me. And it was new for me, sadly. But I think that way we were able to truly get to know each other. And I had a clear idea of who I was beginning to date, and so did he. So it's been 6 months, and I am happier than I have ever dreamed that I could be. Not only does he fundamentally get me, like a bone deep level, but he prioritizes my needs the way that I prioritize his. He has never made me question how he feels for me. His consistency has always been there. I have always been able to rely on him. He's never been like unpredictable in ways that my brain can't handle. Honestly, okay, trigger warning for my friends out there. Take care of yourselves, okay? But honestly, I've probably gained 15 pounds since we started dating of healthy relationship weight. It's a thing. I didn't think it was a thing. It is. It's never happened to me before. I have never gained relationship weight in my life. And it took me a while to figure out why. And here's why. So this could be my autism. It could not be. I don't know. But I've always had this thing about feeling self-conscious eating in front of other people, especially men. And I don't know what that is. It could be my anxiety, because I also have anxiety, but I've always been anxious about that. And on our first date, we had a meal together, and he told me that, he felt really comfortable around me, and like he wanted to share a meal with me. We initially just met up for drinks at a barcade, but it just like continued and continued. It was like 8 hours long, but anyway. And I felt no uneasiness or anxiety about eating with him. It just felt natural. It felt like we had known each other for years, and we had meals together all the time. And not only that, but he's a cook. He's an amazing cook. He cooks for me. He makes meals for us all the time, makes snacks. And even when he like doesn't make stuff, like if he's just like eating something from a restaurant, like he shares his plate with me. Like he's like, oh, you have to try this. It's so good. Like, I want you to enjoy this food with me. And I'm like, okay. But like, food is his love language. He loves to feed people because that's how he expresses his care for them. And damn. Yeah, I've gained weight and he doesn't care. Also, he doesn't care if I shave. I haven't shaved my legs since like October, and he doesn't give a shit. Like, my legs look like Chewbacca. He does not care. He does not care one little bit. He accepts all of me just the way that I am. It's to the point that when we first started dating for like the first like month and a half, I thought I was being pranked. I was like, this can't be real. Like, who is actually like this? Like, there's no way he's actually like this good and this amazing and like actually cares about me this much. Like, no, that can't be right. My anxiety was in overdrive because I'm not used to being treated well. I thought there was something wrong. But when you've only ever been in toxic relationships, when you're actually receiving what's good for you, it feels scary. It feels scary and like uncomfortable because you're not used to it. But whenever I've like had my insecurities and, my anxieties, we always talk through it. We talk about it and we work through it, and he's never made me feel like I can't talk about those things with him. And he always reassures me, and he always listens to my anxieties without dismissing them. Like, he validates them. Like, imagine how mind blown I was when that first happened. Like, instead of telling me I'm crazy, or telling me like, oh, stop overreacting, or oh, you're so sensitive. Like, are you joking? But yeah, he's amazing, and he inspires me every day to be the best version of myself that I can be, and everyone deserves that. Everyone. To my fellow autistics out there, you deserve that too. Don't shake your head at me. I see you shaking your head. Stop that. You deserve it. You deserve love. And to all my Black women out there, you deserve love too. And don't stop until you've found the love that is deserving of you.
I'm Brittney-Elizabeth, and I'm a student of love, and I want to hear and learn from everybody in love. So